Hey, it's me again. KQKC Boxing Channel. New boxing channel, that is. Coming back with another video. Yes, this time I'm talking about, oh yes, Jacobs versus Derechenko. Yes. But first, let me add this. Dimitri Andre, you could have had this fight. Yes, you could have. You could have been fighting for the IBF World title on HBO. Because you're supposed to have an HBO 2-fight deal, right? So your people could have talked with Daniel Jacobs people. Derechenko people. And you could have got it done. But guess what? Eddie Hearns stepped up after you pulled out again. See, Demetrius, you're blowing your career. You could have been one of the top elite fighters. Yes. You still holding on to the undefeated record, but you haven't been active. So, sure, you undefeated, but you haven't fought. And you haven't fought anybody. Anybody worth talking about. Unless you want to say Rosa or Willie Nelson. I mean, come on now, alright? We ain't all damn fools, okay? You pull out the Charlo fight, okay? Then you pull out a Derechenko fight. Then you pull out, you claim Rock Nation messed up your career. Then you put out another fight in between the Charlo and Derechenko fight. You know, the paperwork wasn't right. What? I've been watching boxing damn near all my life. What the hell a boss to say the paperwork wasn't right? Now I can understand if you can say, well, it wasn't enough bread for me to step in the ring. Which I can't understand that because you haven't proven yourself. You don't deserve no bread. Then you was offered $500,000 to fight Charlo. But when you found out Charlo was getting more than you got mad. You got into your feelings like Adrian Broner. But you know what? You're going to end up just like Adrian Broner, a B-level fighter, which you already are because you haven't really fought. So, technically by default, you are a B-level fighter. Because you haven't really fought nobody. And Adrian Broner, he's either a nut or he got some problems. And Dimitri Andre, that interview you did, and I'm right with the boxing clinic. It's something wrong with you, brother. You got CT or whatever they call it. It's really something wrong with you. Then you go out trying to call people out. Then you start begging for fights. And you know what? I don't blame Jermell Charlo. Hey man, you had your chance. Now, I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait. So, hey, you didn't want to eat, so you don't eat. So, hey, go on over to these foreign countries and shit and get robbed. That's on you. But you blew it. But you know what? Daniel Jacobs, he stepped up. That's right. He got with Eddie Hearns. The backstabbing Eddie Hearns that he is. And he made a fight with Derechenko on, guess what? Your network, HBO Boxing. And this is funny. Listen to this. This is the email Eddie Hearns sent out. He said, after weeks of negotiation with my dear friend Lou DiBella, I'm delighted to agree to terms of Daniel Jacobs versus Derechenko. for the IBF World title on HBO Boxing. The date will be coming. Well, we hope the date comes. Okay, Fast Eddie? Because the date didn't come with Deontay Wilder, but your date will be coming with Parliament in UK. So don't get so attached, Daniel. But it doesn't matter. Al Heyman still get a piece of your ass. So he still is your advisor. And guess what? Al Heyman was smart. You signed that contract. So whatever you make, you go to anybody you want. But you still going to have to pay Al Heyman. So you know what Daniel Jacobs said? KC listeners? Al Heyman, I still like the man. I don't have nothing but respect for him. You know why he said that? Because he leaving the door open. Right? You know how you try to leave the door open in case you need to creep back in? And just in case things don't go your way with Eddie Hearns? Like Big Baby Miller, he had 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You know what I mean? Those are people that you can't really trust. You know, those are people that will stab you in your back. Those are people that do dirt with you, but when the feds come, they sing, right? So they get a deal and get your ass in jail for life, you know. But anyway, it should be a good fight. You know, congratulations to HBO. They got one fight this year that might happen. You know, one good fight, I guess, if you want to call that a good fight. Because people that's making noise is Jarrett Hurd and the Charlos in the middleweight division. So Daniel Jacobs, he's not really making any noise. You know, I mean, sure, he beat Peter Quillen, but before they even got a chance to on the bell ring, he jumped all over him. You know, so that's the only way he can win. You know, fighting Triple G, he did it for the money. I mean, and when I heard a long time ago when I was a little boy, not a little boy, but when Mike Tyson was fighting, people said, well, I'll fight Mike Tyson for 30,000. I'll fight Mike Tyson for $1 million. I'll fight Mike Tyson for this. I'll fight Mike. You know how everybody had that out, right? I let him knock my ass out for $1 million. That's what he was saying, right? So he said, oh yeah, I knocked Mike Tyson out for $1 million. Oh yeah. But you know what? Daniel Jacobs did it for the money. He knew Triple G was gonna bust that ass, but he needed that money to feed that, the little boy he has. You know, he's a little chunky little fella, ain't he? He's a cute guy. I'm not talking about the guy, but he's a cute little guy. Cause my nephew kind of made, stocky like him. He's not chunky, but he's stocky. But he's a nice, cute little boy. You know that? I really admire the father-son relationship that he have with Daniel Jacobs. When he was getting ready to fight Peter Quillen, he had his son in his camp with him. And the son, was, dancing around, chunky. You know how he built, I was built like that too when I was younger. Kind of stocky and stuff. He said, hey dad, are you beat the chocolate out of kid chocolate? And then Jacob started laughing and stuff. Then the night of the fight, little man was sharp. Little man had on the tux. He had on his bow tie. Little man was sharp, baby. I'm telling you. I like that. My son is 14. He's my youngest. My oldest, she's a doctor now. And a doctor and PhD. But I really admire the father and son relationship that he has with his son. Even though he's a professional boxer, he makes time for his son. And that's how it should be. For every father out there there should be time made for your kids, especially father and sons. Because what's going on out here in these streets, man, a boy needs their father for guidance, understanding, even just for a friend, somebody to talk to. But I'm not going to go, that's a different topic. But the fight with Derechenko, I think Daniel Jacobs will work the ring, will work his jab, get in and get out. Derechenko is a hard puncher. He hit you with a jab, you're gonna feel that jab. He's not the IBF champ for nothing. Trust me. And he's not making noise for nothing. Daniel Jacobs and Dimitri Andre Boo Boo, they pretty much got a same type of style. Only difference is Dimitri Andre is a southpaw, or sometimes he switches. But Daniel Jacobs is a right, orthodox fighter, and he's gonna work those angles like Dimitri Andre should have done or would have done, and that was gonna pull it out. Now, I don't think he's gonna knock him out because Derechenko ain't no punk. You have a lot of those Russian fighters that love to slug and love to take punishment and keep coming. They don't care about the sweet science. All they care about is brawling. Look at Lipinets when he fought Mikey. Mikey kept him at bay with that jab, but he kept coming forward. He sat down on every punch he threw. And that's how Derechenko gonna do. He gonna sit down on every punch he throw at Daniel Jacobs. That's why Daniel Jacobs has to use his foot. He gonna have to use his footwork to move around that ring. Stay off the ropes. Don't fight off the ropes. Okay? Stay off the ropes. That's what he needs to do. How Showtime had the keys of victory? Well, these my keys of victory. For Daniel Jacobs, he needs to stay off the ropes. That's what he needs to do. Then he needs to cut off the ring once he get a chance to back up Derechenko. It's not going to be easy. So Derechenko going to come forward. I'm going to tell you right now. Now, sure, Daniel Jacobs, he going to pop shot him. Maybe for the first 3 or 4 rounds. Then he going to start using combinations. Then he going to start getting in, getting out. Then he going to start mixing it up. You know how they say the first round is a fill-out round? Well, Daniel Jacobs don't do that fill-out round thing. I just mentioned Peter Quillen. He jumped right on him. And boom. Hey, it's over with. But with Derechenko, it's no fill-out process either. He's going to go in there, do what he have to do, and not waste any punches, and go right at him. He knows what he going to bring to the table. He already know that. He's seen the tapes. He's not Floyd, He watched tapes. He knows what type of fight he is in for. Just like Triple G. He knew what type of fight he was in for. He know how Triple G hits like a damn Mack truck. But that's why he got a nice payday for that. Just like Kell Brook. You know, he knew that he couldn't whoop Triple G. But for some reason, him and his team kept on throwing that in Earl Spence' face. You know, and I'm like, Gary James, y'all act like y'all whoop Triple G or something. Y'all keep on talking about Triple G. Triple G bust your eye socket. Then Earl bust the other one. So, why the hell they was bragging about it, I don't know. But, I do know this. I wish both fighters a lot of luck. I really do. I hope they come out and fight safe. And like I say, I'm an unbiased channel. And I don't have a favorite in this fight because I think both fighters are good fighters. I'm not really a Daniel Jacobs fan. I have seen him fight before. I know the experiences he had went through with the cancer. He's a cancer survivor. And I heard the story. All the things he went through when he had the cancer. And God bless him, because my father has cancer. And that what made me really start this whole boxing channel, because I figured that I can hopefully one day help out someone in the cancer wards, or I could be able to donate proceeds to a cancer ward, or help people get operations, get treatments. They have a lot of experimentations going on right next door to me in Indiana. And we would like to send people over there and try some new experiments. Some has worked on some people. I don't know, are they ready to be put on the market? Which probably not, because they're making too much money off of cancer victims, which I don't think is fair. But I want to do all I can to help this terrible killing disease. For people that didn't know that, now you know. That's why I'm doing it. And I love boxing too. So. And I know I'm a new channel. I only have 20 subscribers, and I'm doing my best. That's all I can say. Actually, this is my 5th video I did today. Because I really want to do good at this. Because I know boxing. I want to be a referee, and that's basically it. But like I say, I like both fighters. I see how hungry they are. Derechenko, like I said, is no pushover. Daniel Jacobs, he's a good, hard hitter, but he also is a finesse fighter. He knows how to use that ring. He knows how to use his jab. He knows how to get in. He knows how to get out. And he's a good body puncher. Now, he's not a good body puncher like Earl Spence, but he do go to the body. Now, would this fight end early? I'm saying no. I believe it might go the distance. Let me see. I'm about 80% sure that it will go the distance. And at the end of the night, I believe Daniel Jacobs, will be the IBF title holder. So, in the middleweight division. So, but like I say, they had him and Charlo had a little scrap up in the hallway in Brooklyn, and I really believe that if that fight can be made, that would be a good fight. But Charlo fights on Showtime, and Daniel Jacob fights on HBO. Now HBO don't have a pot to piss in right now, so they better take whatever they can get. Trust me. If they can make a fight with Daniel Jacobs and Charlo, then go right ahead. If Jim Lampley is involved, Paulie Malignani, will have a lot to say, because he tried, Jim Lampley, to get rid of Paulie when they did the Mayweather and Pacquiao fight. He tried to tell them that, hey, Paulie is biased, and Paulie, he just went off, But anyway, we all know where Jim Lampley is coming from on the race issues, on the Floyd Mayweather issue, when he called him a son of a bitch. Very disrespectful. That's one man, forgive me, KQ, KC, subscribers, but Jim Lampley is one man I would kick him in his ass if I seen him out in public. I'm sorry. Is that a threat? No, that's not a threat. No. I don't threaten people. No. So, I'm going to leave it as that. But anyway, this is KQKC Boxing Channel. And I keep telling everyone, if I hear something breaking, or is there new news out there, hey, I'm going to bring it to you. That's why I need for you to subscribe to this channel, because you won't be disappointed. If you like where this channel is heading, you like what direction I'm heading in, subscribe to my channel, see what you'll get. You'll be surprised. And also, if you like what I've been saying, hey, hit the notification bell. Get notified when I upload a video. And on your way out, hit the like button if you like what I'm saying. Sure, I'm not one of those guys that been doing it for 10 years or whatever with 1.3 thousand, viewers, whatever, but I'm trying, and I'm honest, and I'm unbiased. With that, you can't go wrong. It might take some time, but you can't go wrong. And that's the truth. And I'm not going to tell anything without checking the facts first. Now, if the rumor is out and there's no facts, I would say allegedly I hear, or a rumor mill saying. So, just to clarify that. So, but with that said, KQKC will check you out a little later, perhaps, or maybe tomorrow, perhaps, or maybe tonight, perhaps, or maybe middle of the night, perhaps. I have done a video at 3 in the morning one time, 4 in the morning. Never know. It depends. Boxing is coming back. It's alive. It's been great this year, and we got more to come, especially this month. We got Mikey Garcia versus Robert Easter Jr. That's going to be on the 28th. That's a Saturday, and that's going to be a bomb buster, and you need to tune in, I'm sorry. And once that's over with, you will hear my voice on a video. And then the next day, which will be Sunday morning, you're going to hear my voice on a video. Because you know what? I like Mikey. I like Robert Easter Jr. Only thing about Robert Houston Jr., he need to get Adrian Broner the hell out of that damn training camp, because he's gonna throw him off. Yes, he is. And with that said, everyone have a lovely, lovely Tuesday evening. I'm out of here. Peace.